Well, hi. It's episode 102 of the Mizzle and Dub Show, late night edition. As the man's just got back in from work, but of course he is Mizzle. I am Dub, and we'll just get right into it. A lot of preseason action as we're getting closer to the season. One more preseason game to go, and then it's time to get it on for real on September the 7th, the 10th, and the 11th. But we'll just get right into it. Watching highlights, I will say this: if you're Raider Nation, um, of course you don't want to. Of course, he's wearing the shirt. Of course, I mean obviously you don't want to overemphasize preseason, but um, I would be highly encouraged with your team's performance within the first two games of the preseason. And again, um, as you said on your post, um, it may appear that you may have your quarterback for the future for years to come. Aiden O'Connell again was highly impressive. Again, leading the offense. Um, if passer rating was a stat in preseason, he would be your highest rated passer in the whole
Damn near perfect.
NFL.
Damn near perfect.
He was 11 of 18, a buck 63, two TDs, a rating of 127.8. Man averaged almost a first down a throw. Um, so
But again, like we said, we're not going to take emphasis on preseason, but preseason is evaluation.
yes,
If we're evaluating what Aiden O'Connell is doing, he looks like he's NFL ready. I would say that I guess we can say McDaniels knows how to coach up a quarterback because look what he did with Mac Jones his rookie year. Mac Jones was killing in the preseason as well when he was drafted and McDaniels was there. So like I said to you, and like I said to a couple of the Raider fans that I was talking to, minus you being a Raider fan, that I feel confident with this young man. Lord knows, I don't want Jimmy G to go down. But given his history, we know that at any moment he steps back, he can go down.
correct.
Previous years, Derek Carr went down. We knew our season was over. It was just that way. But with O'Connell back there, with him grasping the offense, you see he's commanding this offense and running it very. Even though everything is vanilla, we know he's not. None of these coaches or players or organizations are throwing out their full game plan. Even though you know certain teams what they run, you know the Chiefs are going to be the Chiefs. You know the Ravens are going to be the Ravens. You know McVay is going to be McVay with his Rams. Yada yada yada. Same with your Niners. Same with Pete Carroll. Blah blah blah. But to see that he's doing this with vanilla-ness, that's a new word. I just made that up. It looks pretty good. There's something to build on with that.
Well, not only that, just look at it from this perspective. Even if it being as vanilla as it could possibly be,
Which it is.
the Raiders offensively ran 70 total plays.
Yes. Yes. Well, I can't even go as far as the backup and say, well, he's undefeated in the preseason.
Correct. But 70 total plays, 440 yards,
Whoa.
averaging almost 6.5 a carry. Or not a carry, almost averaging 6.5 a play.
40 in a preseason game?
440 total yards in a preseason game.
This was more than just a dress rehearsal. This was more than a dress rehearsal. Not
to mention 7 of 13 on third downs. You hit for that. You're normally winning a lot of football games.
Isn't that our motto, right? We've said since we've been doing this show, since we've been doing football, every time we do our weekly little thing after a game is played, we focus on the third downs. You win third downs, like you just said, you win games pretty much majority of the time, unless you turn.
And the Rams win 3 for 11. That's 33%. You're not going to win a lot of games with 33% third down conversions, preseason or not.
Yeah, you don't win.
Putting out there, and not to mention that 3 of 4 in the red zone. You normally win a lot of games if you normally convert in the red zone.
Well, my team is allergic
But
to scoring in the red zone. So to see that stat, that's very outstanding. I'll take that for sure. Most definitely.
only 2 from penalties. But I mean, just even though Colton Miller didn't play, and obviously you want to bubble wrap him till September 10th in Denver, obviously, because that's
And
protecting your
Daniel
blind
Carlson.
side. Bubble wrap his, like I said, I saw enough of Daniel Carlson last week inside the Death Star hitting from 50 plus. He's good. Bubble wrap his right leg right now. Be like, we will see you in Denver September 10th. However, the one drive that the first team offense had,
Crisp.
Garoppolo showed why he knows this offense very, very well. And great job by the O line, the guard pulling on the Brandon Bolden touchdown run, to which he just saw the crease and got inside and found the end zone.
It seems like it's clicking. It's
Yeah,
clicking in Vegas.
yeah, it is. Well, but more importantly than that, it's just the difference defensively is night and day. They are definitely going after and attacking the ball. And definitely left some more interceptions out there on the field tonight.
Meek dropped one, but who have I been high on, bro? Who have I been high on since he came out of USC and we got him as an undrafted free agent?
Number 20.
Troy Polamalu nephew is going to be legit. And he just gave you a little flash of it today.
Yeah.
Yesterday. So
took one to the house, but again, just the pressure by the front four. Again, the word around training camp for those that have been there, it has been they might possibly finally have a defense.
How many tweets did I send you? How many? And I didn't want to even talk about it. I'm like, yo.
And that's not even seeing Mr. Wilson out there yet. We haven't even seen the big fella from Texas Tech yet. I mean, Max is coming. Max is coming focus. Chandler Jones has lost pounds and looks leaner.
And he said he's focused.
And which means that he might be going back to the Chandler Jones of old. There might be a lot. Here's the thing. And it seems like Patrick Graham finally has his guys that he wants in his scheme.
Which they were preaching last year. Which they were preaching at the end of the season. We're going to get guys in here that fit the scheme. We're going to get our guys. That's been Ziegler, McDaniel's been saying since they came into this organization. If we can go back to, nobody wants to go back and watch the previous shows, but you asked me one question when McDaniels was hired. What do you see and what do you feel? I said I was going to be patient. I said, I'm not looking for, I said by year 3, we should damn near be in the playoffs going deep. It's looking like it's coming together, man. I'm just saying as the locker room has changed. You see, it's totally different. It's like they got rid of some of the bad seeds. I spoke on one of them, and I'm also going to probably throw Darren Waller in there too. I love Darren Waller.
Right.
I love his story. I love the athleticism that he has. I even love his music. But they're saying his work ethic got out of hand. They're saying he was more focused on his future wife than football, which I understand. Go chase the tail. You know what I'm saying? You can go do that. You know what I'm saying? But play football. But it's a different dynamic around that organization now. And JT the Brick, who Pops despise, he said you can see.
It is weird hearing him do play-by-play because he's doing the radio broadcast with Lincoln Kennedy.
That was in my ear.
And Eric Allen, while Jason Horowitz is doing the TV with Matt Millen and Rich Gannon.
Yeah.
So it's weird hearing JT the Brick do play-by-play, but yes, Dad is not a very big fan of JT the Brick, even though he is a big Raider supporter.
Die-hard Raider fan.
Yes. So I mean, he bleeds silver and black with the rest of Raider Nation for sure.
Yeah.
But
he said on one of the podcasts that I listened to that you can see the black cloud floating away from the organization. So don't want to get too excited, but like I said, he's undefeated in the preseason, but 6-11 in his first stint. So hopefully
Well,
it'll change.
but again, here's what I go back to, and I mean it's nothing drastic, but yeah, as Bill Parr said so many times for so many years, you are what your record is.
Indeed.
However, with that said, and I would be remiss if I didn't go back to this, but I mean, out of those 11 lawsuits, it's not like the Raiders were getting blown out last year.
No,
They
no.
weren't.
You
A
can
play
easily
he
take, you can easily take 6 of those losses and turn those to wins if they make one stop on defense or not spaz out when the defense makes a stop and they put them in an opportunity to win the game. So it's not far off, but we're not gonna go off. Okay, you should have, you could have, you were there. It's show me. This league is about show me now.
correct.
Not what happened last year or what you're gonna try to do in the future now. So I'm a little more excited about this season than I was. And there's that plant, dude. There's that plant. The guy's a killer.
But I would just say this. If we want to talk about trendings, it looks like the Raiders are trending in the right direction, and that's a very good sign.
And I'm happy about that.
Now again, I mean, we'll come back, after September the 10th in Denver, and we'll see where that goes. But I mean, you have to be you have to be encouraged. You have to be, because it's not saying that. I mean, and I know a lot of Raider Nation was like, you know what, damn it, why McDaniels, why him, and
Why a Patriot?
Yeah.
But then again, we all see what he did in Denver. If you are old enough, I've been watching football enough, what he did in Denver was not nobody was pleased what he did. But the NFL is about second chances. Hell, maybe sometimes third chances. So
correct.
Sometimes when a coach coaches and they take back their natural position, sometimes they come back to be a better coach. Now, Norv Turner will never be a good head coach, but damn it, he was a damn good offensive coordinator.
Well, he lucked out. He lucked out from the roster that Marty Schottenheimer built those few years when the Chargers were in San Diego.
Are we talking the OC coach or the head coach?
I said when Norv was the head coach, he lucked out from that roster that Schottenheimer built. He did. Okay, because they did win the division a few times, but of course the Chargers charged in the playoff. Hey, I get it. I'm just stating. I didn't say he was a great head coach. I just said he benefited. Just like.
See. But that's a different story for the day.
Yes.
But I'll end it with this way. And they're going to be competitive like they were last year, but I can see them finishing some games more than they did last year.
Fair statement.
And with that, can we talk about that wide receiver that your team drafted from Michigan? Out there showing his tail, playing football, having fun in the preseason. I know it's preseason, but that young man is making it look like he put it good. Aiden O'Connell and Ricky and Bell are ready. They're ready.
Yeah.
Just give him the playbook, line him up, and let him have fun.
I will say like this. Like, I mean, it shocked me on draft night that we even drafted him.
Especially when you got Samuel Ayuk, Jenkins,
and not to mention you still have Danny Gray from SMU, who I'm still very high on. It was the fastest. He's actually the fastest guy on the team.
I think we talked about that when he drafted when he got drafted. I think we did.
He's the fastest guy on the team, but I mean, right now, it's possibly between him and Ronnie Bell, who will, I think one can handle kick returns and one can do punts. because I mean Danny Gray's speed is absolutely asinine ridiculous.
Well, hell,
But
Bell almost took one to the house when he bounced off like 4 people.
yes,
If he didn't have to
yes,
do the 3 point stand thing and kept his balance, he'd have been gone.
but
Gone.
not but he had 7 catches for a buck 14. Uh like I said, I'm not Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch, but to me, man is on man, the man is on the roster, in my opinion. That's just my 2 cents. But
No. You can put your whole dollar in.
go
I,
ahead.
I'm riding that cap with you on him making the team. If he should not, if he makes the practice squad, I understand because you're already stacked and loaded. But I believe
Correct.
he should be on the 53.
Oh, I agree.
I just expect there's always a place on your roster for a special player to be on special teams.
Correct, absolutely. And I mean, it just is. Because I mean, JP Mason, the number 24,
No relation.
I know, but the
No, we're just
former
talking America.
but the for the former Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket. I mean, one of the reasons why he stayed on the roster was because he was very good on special teams. But in a sense, last year he became the closer in the fourth quarter
Yeah.
to spell McCaffrey when Elijah Mitchell went down.
Special teams can get you paid in the NFL.
Yes, it can. Ask Steve Tasker, who made a Hall of Fame career out of it.
Devin Hester. And I
The
rest
great,
my case.
the greatest returner of all time. And
Oof.
it was Dion for the longest time, and then when Dion anointed him, when Dion said, "That's my baby."
If we talking good returners, man, you got to talk about Dave Meggett and Eric Metcalf, bro. You got to put them in there.
Well,
We're not gonna disown Desmond Howard.
no, but also you got to throw
They're
in
not Dion and Hester. I get it. I
but you
get it.
but you also have to throw in Mel Gray.
Ooh,
You
ooh,
also have to throw in Byron Mitchell.
talk to him.
Okay, via Sikahima, yes,
Say it again. Say it again.
via Sikahima,
Uh-huh. They don't know nothing about that.
and, and, and hell, before he became an All-Pro safety, Rod Woodson was a damn good kick returner.
Dale Green.
Darrell Green was a damn good kick returner.
You're
Darrell Green
dropping
took
too
a
much knowledge right now.
Darrell Green took a punt when he hurt his damn ribs and hurdled somebody and went to the end zone.
Okay.
As the
Two
as
eight
the
was great.
as the Chicago Bears about him, but also not to mention before they actually put him at wide receiver, Tim Brown, great returner.
Okay. All right. I'm about to really take you back because I think he destroyed your team in one of these. We can go as far back as Gale Sayers.
6 touchdowns on my eventual born day in 1965. I, I'll stop right there.
That man was special.
Yes, yes, yes. The Kansas Comet, give me 18 into the daylight. That's all I need, and he
Okay.
made the most of it. But yeah,
Enough of
ask
this.
the Pittsburgh Steelers about Eric Metcalf.
There we go. See, now you're talking about a guy again. Eric Metcalf was.
Well, again,
Is this Cleveland Brown Eric Metcalf?
I'm talking about 1993.
Oh.
Ask Bill Cowher about Eric Metcalf in Old Municipal Stadium taking 2 punt returns to the house and the Browns being the Steelers. Ask the Bills in the playoffs when he took one 91 yards on the. I'm telling you, Eric Metcalf, before he became primarily wide receiver, you want to talk about hurting the team in many, many ways. He was obviously especially because, of course, we can't forget his dad Terry, who was the same way with Air Coryell's Cardinals in the mid '70s.
Talk to him. We see too much history lesson, bro. Come on, let's come back to the present.
Okay, back to reality. But yes,
sorry. This will happen all football season long. This will happen. We'll get on a good roll. Sorry, we'll apologize.
But Ronnie Bell was spectacular. But as I said on my post, bubble wrap Brock Purdy right now. I don't need to see him until September the 10th in Pittsburgh.
He was looking that good, huh?
He was sharp on the first drive. And the only reason why they didn't score was because he took a sack on the drive, which led to a field goal. But and I hate to keep going back to this, but
no,
the whole hating on Trey Lance thing just stopped. Trey Lance played a lot better. led the comeback drive,
You're number 2. Deal with
led.
it. You gave up all those draft picks to get a number 2 quarterback.
But however, the scrutiny is just ridiculous. Like, can the guy develop? Can
What?
the can the guy get some reps?
Hey.
Okay, you don't know what you got until the guy gets some reps. Okay.
So you have a so-called, well, no, you're not. You have a Silicon Valley team now, bro. They're going to be critiqued now more than ever, more than being critiqued in the Bay Area because they're not in the Bay anymore.
No, they're in the South Bay in Silicon Valley, as you just
Silicon
said.
Valley right now. So that you're going to be critiqued, man. You know that. Come on now.
But one thing they have to clean up is you can't keep turning the ball over. They had 3 turnovers and got lucky.
You know what? It wasn't who was it? Buckethead. Sam Darnold. There it is. It wasn't it. It was tipped.
Okay, I mean tip balls are 50. Tip balls are 50-50.
I think it was too high.
What do you mean too high?
A fucking interception. Too high. Shit.
Yes, even Major League gets mentioned on this show in a football reference. But I mean, the first quarter the first string defense looked fine. The first string offensive line minus Trent Williams was good. But personally for me, it was good to see Javonte Williams back out there running for the Broncos, who was a fantastic talent at running back.
North Carolina?
Spot on. Yes, sir. Very good. Yes, indeed. Went to North Carolina. Has some good runs.
Who's the other running back that came out of North Carolina? They was both though.
Michael Carter for the Jets.
Damn. Yeah, yes. That sucks because he's behind Breece Hall and now Dalvin Cook.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Jets, before you finish, the Jets might be a problem.
If it all comes together, and I hate to be that guy.
8 upright. I mean, that goes with any quarterback.
Yeah.
They really keep 8 upright and they follow 8's lead.
I hear you, and I don't disagree with you. But unfortunately, I have to be devil's advocate because these are the Jets.
Oh, well. But
the potential.
They have a damn good coach.
Oh, yes. You know I'm a big Robert Saleh guy.
I think
we both are.
A lot more games last year, bearing a few injuries there, but that's you got to play. But I believe, what is it? The Jets, Patriots,
Bills, and Dolphins. That division.
I got the Patriots finishing third. No. Ooh. Hold on. Are we doing a show where we're ranking our division?
We will before the season starts. We will do our yearly Super Bowl picks and division winners
right now. Do you want to do the AFC East right now? Since we're talking about it.
Well, I mean,
we'll talk about it again when we do the show.
It's to the point to where I really can see all 4 teams finishing over 500.
Well, that's why I asked the question. Okay, so we're going there. Perfect.
Yeah, because I mean
that as well.
Because people forgetting, you have a very motivated Ezekiel Elliott now in the Patriots backfield to complement Stevenson in the backfield, which will give Mac Jones a lot of help.
That's gonna put 8 in the box if Zeke is Zeke.
Yeah, it is.
We'll put, and then with is Gesicki out the year, or is he out of field? I know he's hurt.
I don't think he's out for the season.
He's not out for the season?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, if he gets right, and I believe they have another tight end. Do they got Henry, the dude from the Chargers?
They still have Hunter Henry. Yes, they do.
Okay. You put that 8 in the box, they're still running McDaniel's offense. Slightly.
Yeah.
The tight end will be there. Okay. So what I was going to say was, your motivated player was Zeke. I think
Correct.
Tua gonna come out there and have a great season as well too. I think he want to come out there and prove that the concussions ain't there. He can take an NFL hit, and Tyreek Hill is all here right now in Tua. So
And I mean, a lot of people, there are some insiders out there that really do think that the Jets can win the AFC East.
Well, it's all because of 12. I mean, see, damn it, I got to get accustomed to. I was getting
okay. He's going back to the California Golden
I
Bear
know,
number.
I know.
Okay.
I almost fudged up twice saying 12 because that's all I've been seeing him in. All I know is 12.
I get it. I get it.
I got to remember he's going back to his cow number. So let me just go ahead and address him as who he is, the bad man. Okay. When the bad man got traded to their stock went here. I'm gonna put it out view because the Jets were already here, but once they got A-Rod, Batman, okay, that's why they were a no-brainer to get Hard Knocks. Easy.
And then you add the Florida State Seminole.
Okay.
Who I really in my heart of hearts, I really thought he was going to Miami. I really did.
I really thought he would, but see, some people don't want to go home.
But you know what I think it is? I think he went to Miami to talk to them to make the Jets up their 1-year offer. I hardly think that's what happened.
So you saying his heart of hearts was always East Rutherford?
Well, if you have the opportunity to go play with a future Hall of Famer and a former four-time NFL MVP, it's hard to turn that down. I don't care who you are.
Hell, Aaron Rodgers sold a lot of people going to East Rutherford. Damn the money. That's Aaron Rodgers is almost what players were saying when they went wherever Brady went. What did they say? I'll take less money to go play with Brady because I got a chance of winning the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Factual, very factual. And now possibly his longtime tackle, David Bakhtiari, he's trying to get him to. It's not happening.
Packers already said that. They already killed that. They saw that was like,
well,
they didn't give look. They already in their minds. We didn't give the Jets enough. You already took Randall Cobb. We already gave you Allen Lazard.
Yes.
And Aaron Rodgers. We'll trade that man to Carolina before we trade his ass to East Rutherford.
Well, but now here lies the question.
Here we go.
The Orchard Park Bills have been on they've been knocking on the door the last 3 years.
This is the reason why you caught the because I was ready to crown the Jets. Then I totally forgot about Von Miller is coming back.
Oh yeah. And don't think he's not coming back ready to play and play with the fire.
Okay.
Because that's the reason why the Bills signed him to be the final missing piece to put them over the top. And he was sorely missed last year in the divisional playoff game against the Bengals in the snow in Orchard Park, New York.
But do you know who's coming out with a chip on his shoulder? Go ahead and tell them their prime star wide receiver.
Oh, Mr. Diggs? One of the best route runners in football.
If y'all thought what he did on the sideline was a joke, that man wants to win.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you got Mr. 17 back there. I can't go against the Bills because I believe the Bills are 1A and the Jets would be 1B. But since we can't do that, I got the Bills and Jets going 1-2. That's how I feel that. So which means that the Jets will have to fight for a wild card spot. And it is raining in California.
It's been raining here. Now, God willing,
I will tell people to stop saying that we have seasons. Just say when the weather is the weather, it's the weather.
Well, I can just only hope that Hillary Doesn't make its way up here.
Have you been seeing the memes? Have you been seeing the
I
memes?
have not. No.
You will get them later.
Oh God. Is it worthy of me saying, "Damn it, put your phone down"?
Well, okay. They got one where Hillary is on the are we the Pacific Ocean?
Yes.
The Pacific, okay. They got her on the Pacific Ocean with her face laughing at the states as he passes up to come.
Oh God. Wow.
Okay,
But
that was a commercial break. Let's get back to sports.
but I mean, yeah. I mean, as Ric Flair said, to be the man, you have to beat the man. And
Woo!
the Bills have been the standard in the division the last 3 years. But week one is going to be a great test because you got the Bills and the Jets starting it off on Monday Night Football.
Then we will rephrase what we just talked about here when that game
Yes.
happens.
Yes.
See, something was meant for me to sit out and say, do you want to preview the AFC East? Because I totally forgot that they match up week one.
In week one on Monday night.
Let's
So
go.
just to run through the table of what happened in week 2 of the preseason. We actually had a preseason tie. It actually did.
One, the second one.
It actually did happen, but the Browns and Eagles tied 18-18. The Giants and Mr. Hyatt had a very nice touchdown catch against the Panthers as Big Blue gets the win over the Panthers 2019. I told y'all B. John Robinson is going to be a problem in the NFL, and he just gave you a slight preview of the former Texas Longhorn in the 13-13 tie between the Falcons and the Bengals. You know, just to be a little, quick preview for our eventual division preview show in the next coming weeks. Atlanta might be my sleeper to win the AFC NFC South this year.
Preacher Boy ain't gonna win it for him. He's the most experienced quarterback in that division. Preacher Boy ain't gonna do it.
On paper, they should.
The Saints should have won 4 Super Bowls.
Well,
they got fucked on one playoff game.
Yes, they did. But at the same time, and yes, I'm going to be that asshole.
Well, you learn from the greatest.
Huh?
You learned from the greatest.
Oh, yes, indeed. But again, why in the hell are you going to throw and you don't make the Rams use their timeouts? Okay, let's go back in time, folks. Yes, the missed pass interference call in the NFC Championship game between the Rams and the Saints. You will never ever get an argument from me. Yes, that penalty should have been called. But absolutely.
That's not what stopped them from winning the game.
Okay. However, after the long pass play to Ted Ginn, Saints threw the ball twice. Of course, incomplete pass means the clock stops.
Facts.
Now, then you decide to run the ball on third down, which made no sense.
Not at all.
So, yeah, you kicked the field goal to put you up, but you still had time on the clock for the Rams, and the Rams went down and kicked the field goal to tie the game. Then the interception in overtime happens, and the Rams went on to win the NFC title game. However, if they decided to run the ball initially, make the Rams use their timeouts. By the time you do kick the field goal, there's perhaps maybe about 40 to 35 seconds left to go in the game, and the Rams would have to go no huddle to try to force overtime. But instead, you did not. So, yes, while I agree, the egregious call happened, yes, but still, horrible clock management by Sean Payton also cost the Saints this game. And I hate going back to the Kyle Williams game. Yes, Kyle Williams fumbled twice. The Giants took advantage. But Kyle Williams possibly might not happen if my damn football team does not go 1 for 13 on third down.
Reference back to what we were talking about in the beginning of the show.
Yes. Third down conversions are very, very important. And if you're hitting more
Because you're
oftentimes
managing the
than not,
clock, you're managing the clock, and you're keeping the ball, and you're keeping the ball away from the other team.
or as I like to say when I used to play him in college football on EA Sports, ball control offense. But anyhow, I think Bijan Robinson's going to be a problem for a lot of defenses. And I just like the three-headed monster of him, London Drake, and Mr. Elijah Pitts. That's a nasty three-headed monster that Mr. Rattler's going to have.
He got to have a good what is it, junior year.
Yeah.
He got to bounce back from his sophomore year in the NFL.
Yes.
Which
and,
I think he will.
And I think he will.
I think he will.
Jaguars impressive against the Lions 25-7. Dolphins spanked the Texans 20-3. The Steelers, being the Steelers, they beat the Bills 27-15. Colts beat the Bears 24-17. Buccaneers and Jets in a defensive struggle, but the Buccaneers get the win 13-6. The Chiefs, being the Chiefs, put up 38 against the Cardinals 38-10. Titans beat the Vikings 24-16. The Packers and Patriots postponed the game, but it goes to the Patriots 21-17, and our thoughts and prayers to the Patriots player that got injured. Hopefully he's okay.
Yes.
Was carted off. Of course, we already mentioned the Raiders beat the Rams 34-17. Looked very, very impressive again. And the Cowboys lose to the Seahawks 22-14. But Deuce Vaughn continues to impress and have another solid game.
He'll be on the 53.
Yeah, he will definitely be.
There's room on the 53 for him, and it won't be special teams.
No. But also, Will Grier, the former West Virginia quarterback, he has looked very good so far.
Yes.
In the preseason for the Arlington Cowboys.
Yes.
Always been a fan of his arm. And he's given Cooper Rush a run for his money to win that backup job over there in Arlington. But yes, Mr. Vaughn finds the end zone again. And then we got one game tomorrow, which is the Chargers and the Saints in Inglewood. And then the Battle of Maryland closes out week 2 of the preseason on Monday with the Commies and the Ravens.
Are they putting that on ESPN?
It is on ESPN, which unfortunately it means mute the TV because, damn it, that means Joe Buck's doing the game. Damn it.
Oh, your man's.
Fuck you.
Yeah, okay. That's good because I can listen to that because, all my streaming services that I use are no longer to watch. Well, except SiriusXM, I can listen to it, but I can watch it on the ESPN though. Still got that app through Disney.
Yes, you can. So, yeah, a lot of things going on. But one of the great moments in sports was Joey Porter Jr. getting his first interception and throwing the ball to his dad, former Steelers legendary linebacker Joey Porter Sr., which was just a great, fantastic moment. That's always good to see. But something you touched on earlier this week, and I do agree with you, if he can stay healthy, putting Jadeveon Clowney with Patrick Queen and Roquan Smith and that Ravens defense with also Marlon Humphreys.
Once he comes back.
Yeah. That could be very, very
ugly.
I mean, you talk about the AFC East being just downright a slobber knocker dogfight. I say the same thing about the AFC North.
But that's always been
true. But I mean, realistically, I think all 4 teams really have a shot to fight for a wildcard spot. Who ends up winning the division? Because of course, we're never going to count out Mike Tomlin. That's just first and foremost.
He's above 500 in his career.
So let's just start right there. But of course, you still got the Bengals, who've been the class of the division the last 2 years. Lamar Jackson is going to come back extra super motivated, to which he might be one of my top 3 guys to win MVP this year. I'm just putting it out there right now.
He's one of mine. He's one of mine as well.
And not to mention the weapons that he's going to have this season.
What did I text you the other day? When I sent you that picture.
Yeah, that he's got some weapons, and not to mention a returning pissed off motivated J.K. Dobbins. is also.
And I couldn't get him in my fantasy. I hope to get him in the other one. I hope to get him in my other one.
Yeah, I was trying to get him. Which, speaking of which, yes, we will be doing the Cosell Football League again this year, and it'll
Okay,
be.
give me my next my next paycheck.
All right.
I got you. You can count me in.
All right. Well, I
Make
will
sure
make another.
send a message to TG as well.
Well, well, the people that were in the first chat that I made from last year, I'll go in that and make an announcement again, talking about, hey, if you want to hop in again, and then I'll make another worldwide permission slip because there might be some more people joining. So we'll see. But
Oh,
same pool as always.
pop might get bigger.
Yeah.
The draft gonna be real interesting.
Oh
Then,
yeah.
I don't know.
I'm just still trying to figure out how in the hell the simple one of all people won. I'm still trying to understand that. Like, of all people, him really? Look, boy, look at your face. if if a facial expression could tell the words, it does that. But I guess actually, you know what? I know it's preseason, but actually, it's going to be a real divided house in the next preseason game
Yep,
because
yep,
it'll be
yep,
your wife's
yep,
Cowboys.
yep. Hey, we still own them until we play them in the regular season. So I don't
True, true.
care.
You won the last game, correct? True enough.
Hey, we beat you on the preseason. What happened Thanksgiving? Yeah, what happened Thanksgiving? All that shit you was running the house talking, we them boys, we them boys. Well, Raider Nation ran up in there and said, West Side.
And that will be a Saturday game at 5 p.m.
Guess what? I am off.
Yes, he is off.
But at the same time, I'm off, but we are also throwing a pajama jam party at the house that night too. So,
oh, nice.
Guess what? While everybody else doing their thing, I'll probably be sitting right here, 5 o'clock.
Scouting.
Thank you. Thank you. It ain't about if we get the W or the L. Are we tied? I'm trying to see who making that 53.
So, for the final preseason game for some, here's the rundown. So Thursday, two games, one on NFL Network, and one on Prime Video. So we get some Al Michaels action on the last week of preseason.
That man knows how to hold a microphone.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. The proper etiquette of standard microphone holding. Colts and Eagles on Prime Video from the side of our.
I hope we get ones. I hope we get ones versus ones in that one. Hey, that young man,
Mr. Richardson, his arm talent. Yes.
You did not see that. I when I saw it, I text you immediately, and I wish you could have saw it.
Are you talking about the jump pass?
No. I'm talking about week one of his preseason. He threw a corner post, the
mm-hmm.
And the receiver dropped. That's the one when I remember.
Oh yeah.
I was like, bro,
help your quarterback. Help out your quarterback. Yeah, the arm talent is ridiculous.
It's not a throw he can't make. I believe he's that type of quarterback.
He is going in as the number one starter. Shane Steichen has already said that he is
smart.
Get his mind
right now. Get his mindset right now. I mean, he probably already went in knowing that he was going to be the number one, but to get the keys, that was a good move. Good move.
But also at the same time, can y'all please get his running back in there? Get Mr. Taylor in there so that can take a whole lot of pressure off him.
I would like, that's that. I ain't going to use that statement. But whatever's going on in Irsay's head, they need to keep that man off TV and out the social media. I'm sorry that you almost spit up your Coca-Cola when I said that. My bad. But that's a factual statement.
I'm not arguing that. That is a whole factual statement.
That man needs to be off TV and social media. And whoever his GM is, handle everything from here on out. That
Talk
man,
to his agent.
that man needs to go on a sabbatical. He needs to go do something because he needs to go sit down and talk to the man above.
So Colts and Eagles at 5
My bad.
on Prime Video. Steelers and Falcons on NFL Network at 4:30. Then Friday we got the Chargers and 49ers.
Oh, can that shit end in the tie? Oh, that's what I told. Wait, that's what I told the patient today when I was in there checking on the trash and making sure everything was good in there because he had the game on. And I walked up in and I was like, oh, go Niners. I was he's like, whoa, Bronco fan? And I turned around. I had a Raider shirt on and I turned around. He was like, oh. And I was like, yeah, both these teams can go to hell. He started cracking.
So we have the Lions and Panthers. That's on CBS actually from
Ooh.
Carolina. Yeah, CBS is getting.
I like to see the ones on that one too.
Yeah,
Or maybe like a two drop.
a series or two.
Oh, of course. This should be the ultimate tune-up right here.
Patriots Titans, and then Saturday you have Bills and Bears, Cardinals Vikings, Browns and Chiefs. That's on NFL Network live. Packers at Seahawks. The Battle of East Rutherford on NFL Network.
Oh, the Giants and Jets.
Yeah, the Bengals and Commanders. Ravens and Buccaneers. The Battle of Florida between the Dolphins and Jags. Of course, your Raiders and the Cowboys in the house divided.
They won't beat them boys that day.
The Rams taking on the John Elways. That's also on NFL Network live.
And Vance Joseph.
And then that is correct. He is back as the defensive coordinator. That's kind of weird. You come back to an organization that fires you as a head coach but rehires you as a coordinator. That's
because he looks like the logo.
Stop it. Stop it, damn it. So basically you're saying that Vance Johnson is the horse and the teeth is John Elway. Got it.
You said it, not me.
But I know that's what you were thinking. Tell me I'm wrong.
Hey.
And closing out the preseason on Sunday is the Texans and the Saints, and you can catch that on Fox. So Fox, CBS, and Prime Video getting into the action on this upcoming preseason. And then after that,
ESPN is getting in action.
Yes. And after all that, it starts for real September the 7th with the Lions and the Chiefs.
I think I'm off.
So which I'll say somewhere before September 7th, we will have our yearly Super Bowl predictions and division winners.
Yes. And I'm already picking the Lions beat the Chiefs week 1. Spoiler alert.
Well.
Yeah.
Not to mention, we've already said at verbatim more than once leading up to the preseason, we've already said that we are picking the Lions to win the NFC North, and I'm not going against my pick.
No, I'm not changing. That's not changing that. Another spoiler alert. So you already know who we're picking in that division to win it. So yes, that team is ready. They're ready. Hey, the smell of fresh rain after it happens is just tremendous.
I agree.
It's got cleansed outside for some odd reason. It's amazing. I got all the windows open right now, so yeah.
Oh yes, it is. It is a very sensational feeling, if you will. But so, there was a press conference for a mega fight.
Oh,
and all you saw was a whole lot of heavy lifting with all those belts both men have had. And of course, we're talking about Saul Canelo Alvarez and
Saul
and Jermell Charlo. Undisputed versus Undisputed, which will take place September the 30th.
What is that? What pay-per-view is that? Is that Showtime?
Yes.
Oh, so we get an all access?
Yeah. Well, remember, Cinnamon is under the PBC banner now. He left DAZN. Yeah, Canelo's under PBC if I'm not mistaken.
No, you're right. He's under PBC. You are correct, sir.
Yes.
We get it all at home. That
And
fight
so
got to deliver. That man, Charlo is strong.
yeah, yeah.
Now, can we please do a all boxing show on that before that fight?
Oh yes.
And we also got to get the other Anthony on there. Matter of fact, we should be sending out a text to give them a good warning about that we're going to do this show.
Well,
So
yeah, we've been trying to get them on
anybody
forever.
that wants to do talk boxing with us, that let's go, let's go. But yes, we should have did one for but no, did we do
But
it?
we
No,
well
we
we well you and I did our own thing,
talked about it, but we
but
should have
we
did we
yeah we did not have a round table for it. Absolutely.
yeah we should yeah. I
Um,
would love to do a roundtable for this Charlo and Cinnamon fight. It's going to be great.
but yes, it is on Showtime. 41 days, 15 hours, 28 minutes, and 29 seconds from now. So, I mean, Salul 59 2-2, Jermell Charlo 35 1-1. Um, I mean,
Hey,
it it really gets
you
no
don't need
better
two.
than this.
You don't need two separate You don't need two entourages just to carry the belts. Whoever gonna win this one.
True.
That was a lot.
That was a lot of gold and a
Lot of,
lot of belts in that press conference
oh my
with
god.
those two particular guys.
Oh my
But
god.
I mean, Jermell Charlo moving up in weight, trying to be the undisputed super middleweight champion, as he's already the undisputed junior middleweight champion. Um, but to which should Charlo somehow pull off the upset,
Oh,
there is a man that had his last fight saying, in a sense, I want you. And that is right now the current pound for pound king and one, Terrence Bud Crawford.
that man got options. He can go and talk about who he wants. He got options.
But he did say,
He's
and
gonna honor his. He's gonna honor.
which gives me more respect for Bud. He is going to honor the rematch with Earl
Yep.
Spence.
Yep.
Even though I love Earl, Earl's a fantastic fighter. I just don't think Earl can crack the code against Bud. I just don't.
Ain't nobody did it yet.
No.
But what we said. Finally glad that Bud got his due and got on pay per view. That man needed. That man deserved. Not needed. Let me get it right. That man deserved that pay per view fight. He put in work to get there.
He deserved it.
Yep.
And the results showed you why. It was a very strong pay-per-view buy rate.
Because people know about Bud.
It was a very strong
We
it
know
was a
about
very strong ticket buy. It was a very strong box office. Now again,
all the stars came out for that one. I mean, the
well,
stars came out for boxing, period. But this one, yeah.
well, like we said, and as we said, I mean, of course, you and I have been, fight game fans our whole damn lives. That's no secret. Um, Now, like I said, we knew who Bud is, and
Omaha.
and we knew Bud was him. Like I said, a lot of us thought that Bud would win because we thought Bud was the better, superior tactician and boxer.
I was a fan. I was a fan.
But I don't think anybody other than perhaps maybe Bud's camp and specifically Bud's mom.
Which
I
dad
don't.
wish?
Yeah, I don't think other than Bud's entourage and Bud's and Omaha. I really didn't think a lot of people think that Bud would have stopped Spence the way he stopped Spence. Because again, he made Spence look slow.
Like he was sparring in there. That's what it looked
Yeah,
like. He was sparring.
it looked like a glorified sparring match, and Spence
Yeah.
was just there to collect the paycheck. Which again, and kudos to Earl. Earl said no excuses. He was the better man, and you just tip your cap. But like I said, Bud's at the forefront.
Yep.
He needed this,
Yep.
and
Deserved
I'm
it. Needed. Deserved.
oh
Need is a different thing because he already put in the work to show that he was well deserved of it. It was just finally he got his due.
he was definitely worthy of being the next pay-per-view guy. But Al Heyman gave him that outlet that Bob Arum unfortunately did not give, and because of that, Bob Arum missed out on money again. I mean, it's the same thing that happened between him and Oscar De La Hoya
Mm-hmm.
in the beginning, of course. For those to just tell the story real quick, Oscar was under Bob Arum in Top Rank. Disputes. Oscar went on his own. Obviously, now Oscar has Golden Boy. Needless to say, um,
Stats
I
having
mean,
issues.
so I mean, things happen, and now now Oscar's starting to feel because he had Canelo under his banner, and then Canelo left, and now Canelo's under his own banner. Now he's doing the same thing Floyd did. Floyd had the HBO deal, but Floyd said, "Screw it, Showtime wants to give me the money. I'm going to Showtime." And now you see Mayweather Promotions highly promoted on a lot of Showtime events.
Well, I'll give you an analogy that one of the greatest comedians said. He said he did a commercial for Coke and Pepsi. He said, right now, Pepsi tastes better because they pay me the most.
There you go. That's
And that's Mr. Dave Chappelle.
that's just well, that's just how that is. Of course, Dave Chappelle's always the gift that keeps on giving. Dave, I'm gonna race him. Anyhow, but I'm looking forward to it. It should be a fantastic fight. Like I said, Charlo going up in weight. We will see if that will take away from his power. Because Canelo is a natural at 168 as a super middleweight.
Yep.
Even though I'm still hoping that it happens, because we all know David Benavidez once sent him in the worst way. You know he's going to be there, I'm sure, at the event. And I'm pretty sure if Saul wins, I'm pretty sure Benavidez is going to be like, give me my shot.
You know he's going to step in the ring.
Because he wants it, and he wants it bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
But just to reiterate, as my brother mentioned on the last show, certainly still want to send out our best wishes and positive vibes out to the people of Maui on the island. Um, Anything that you can send, that they do have a Red Cross donation that you can
One of
send
those
to.
shirts that the NFL, were the Rams and the Raiders were wearing today. I mean, yesterday. I would love, especially the Raider one, not the Rams one, but definitely would love to
Shout
get.
outs to them, but we just want to say on this show that we have not forgotten about Maui. So again, your
And
positive vibes, your prayers out to them.
wait,
Yes, sir.
we also have to talk about what's going on in Canada right now. Canada
What?
is on fire.
Oh my goodness.
It's I know I'm gonna say it wrong. Kiloa, somewhere in Canada right now. I have a former coworker who, when I was doing glazing in San Francisco,
Mm-hmm.
and traveling glazing I did. He lives up there, and he's trying to get home to try to protect his home from the fires. It's I it's too I can't find all the information, but yeah, Canada right now is burning, and we'll like to send our prayers out there for them as well. But yeah,
Basically, Kelowna, which is in British Columbia, and of course, when you think of British Columbia, instantly Vancouver comes to mind, which Vancouver is one of the most beautiful cities in Canada.
yeah,
Um, right now, the latest is it's a state of emergency in BC, and certainly yes, prayers to
and
them.
okay, I do have. At the time, this was earlier yesterday. 400 homes burnt.
30,000 people,
45 4,500 more homes evacuated.
30,000 people ordered to evacuate, and this was as 8 hours ago.
Okay, well, yeah, well,
And this
that
is coming and this is coming from CBS News. Um,
That was directly from my friend that lived in Canada.
Okay.
Yeah, he was trying to the good thing, well, there's no good thing out of this, but he wasn't at home. He was out visiting family with his daughter and wife. But flights are delayed trying to get back to that area. But they're saying the fire has jumped the lake because the embers have and stuff like that. But yeah, just want to send out to Canada as well. It's not on TV or even being spoke about. You got to find it on social media. That's how I found out. Not instantly sent them a message once I found out about it. So
In addition to that, also our thoughts and prayers to those that are being affected by Hurricane Hillary. Um, be prepared. Be safe. There's possible chances that it might hit my area.
yeah,
So
Diego as well.
and San Diego. So definitely keep them in your thoughts and prayers as we will do so also. We definitely try to I mean, we don't like to talk about the news that much, but when it's something that is near and dear and affects a lot of people, we
Devastating.
definitely want to send our prayers and good vibes to those that are involved and for those that it may affect because some people might have friends and families out in those areas. So before you put your head on the pillow, just say a prayer for all those outlets and whatnot.
Indeed.
So with that said, this has been episode 102 of the Mizzle and Dub Show. And as always, we say thank you to our subscribers on
Yes.
our YouTube page and our Instagram page. Like I said, we will be back before the season starts. Like I said, we will have our yearly picks, which hopefully around this time, we might have a roundtable to talk about the upcoming NFL season.
Yeah, we got to bring that Eagles fan on there, and he knows what I'm talking about. Once he, will love to see the repeat. If you what you think about that? So yeah, come
The
on.
Eagles fan, the Jets fan,
Yes,
possibly a Cowboy fan. We never know. I don't know which Cowboy fan we would bring on, but
neither.
um,
I live with one, so that's enough.
you married to one, yes, true enough.
You heard what I said. I live with one.
But you love her.
Of course I do.
But anyhow, hopefully for an NFL roundtable of this upcoming NFL season, the 104th NFL season, which will take place officially September the 7th in Arrowhead between the Lions and the Chiefs. But with that said, we thank you for watching. And of course, as always, subscribe, like, share. Again, any sports subject you want us to talk about, let us know. If you want to come on the show and be a guest, let us know. The platform is here for you to talk sports with us because, again, like I said, we do this for y'all. So we appreciate you watching and we hope you find good entertainment and laughter hearing two guys just talk about sports and unleashing some passion from time to time. With that said, looking forward to seeing the Equalizer in 2 weeks' time.
And
Seeing Rob.
Blue Beetle look like it's interesting.
Well, from what I've heard so far from people that have seen it, it's actually a pretty good movie. So hopefully, tomorrow I might, if it's not, if weather permits, I may go watch it my dang self and see what the buzz is about. But yeah, Equalizer 3, bring that shit to me, please
Definitely.
and thank you.
Yes.
Anyhow, thank you for watching episode 102 of the Mizzle and Dub Show. He's Dub, or I'm Dub. He's Mizzle. Yeah, I almost botched that. Take 57. Anyhow, for Mizzle, for he's Mizzle, I'm Dub. Thank you for watching, and as always, as late as it is 12:05 o'clock. Some damn where.